Here we go, boys. Here we bloody go. It's the start of a brand new squeaky clean season. Of course, who's going to make it to the top, but who's going to face the drop? We'll have a look at all of that next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're looking forward to match day number 1, day 1 in the 2021-2022 EFL Championship season, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe to get your bang out today with all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to know here under one rooski. Goodness gracious me, it's felt like a lifetime, but it hasn't, because we've been distracted with the Euros. But of course, focus has now switched back to the domestic game and the start of course 72 clubs in England kicking off this coming weekend, and we'll have a look at all of that in just a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. Thank you for your love. If you are interested in supporting the channel in another way, check out that link down below, patreon.com/Rosies. So here we go. Here we go. Then take a little look at, of course, the Championship, the 2021-2022 Championship. Remind ourselves of the 24 clubs that make up the division. We've got Barnsley, of course, new manager there. Birmingham City, of course, been very busy in the transfer business. As for Blackburn Rovers, done absolutely jack shit. Blackpool, of course, kept hold of Jerry Yates. Bournemouth, of course, started off their campaign already in the EFL Cup, the League Cup, Cardiff Cup, whatever you call it. Bristol City, I'm not too sure about those. Derby, let's not talk about Derby. Cardiff City, of course, were very active in the business as well. Coventry, of course, looking very good. Fulham, new manager as well. Huddersfield Town probably could go down. Hull City, of course, new to the scene. Luton Town, of course, amazing transfer window for them. Middlesbrough, we got Warnock. That's all you have to say. You got Warnock. Millwall are looking all right. No, Nottingham Forest, not too sure about what's going to go on with them. Peterborough also new to the scene. Preston have also got a new gaffer. QPR look very solid in my eyes. Reading look a bit wobbly. Sheffield United, of course, are here with matey boy, the guy, Slovan Djokovic. And of course, Stoke City, I don't know what to expect from them. And Swansea, new manager on the helm, of course, and West Brom, of course, Ismail Vadian at the helm there. So, of course, who's your tip to go up out of this one? I'm not anticipating too much for Rovers. They need to get busy in the transfer business. Of course, get that Adam Armstrong situation sorted out in due course. This is how it all panned out last time around. Of course, we did lose Norwich, we did lose Watford, and we did lose Brentford, of course, who got through eventually on the playoffs at long last. And we also lost Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham, and Wickham, of course, with a bit of a debate with Derby. Of course, chaos is going over there right now. We don't know what to expect. I think they're going to have a bad season. Maybe some penalty points. I don't know. It's just, who knows what's going on with Derby. Wayne Mooney FC. But anyway, let's get the deep in there, shall we? Of course, to talk about this, it is the brand new Squeaky Clean Championship Prediction League. Of course, match day number 1, day 1, it is completely free. You go in, you put your picks in, which side's going to win, and then, of course, we'll have a leaderboard at the end of it. So let me know your thoughts. Of course, get into it. Completely free. I'm looking to get a static URL, which will be like Cutley Champ or something like that, so we don't have to keep changing this number, don't have to keep changing this, so it'll be regular and everybody will know what to do. But for now, it's a rotating one. We're going to change it up, but hopefully by next week we'll have that all sorted out. Anyway, this is it, match number 1, day 1, and we're going to start right here, right now, with, of course, a bit of a banger. Bournemouth up against West Brom. Of course, both of these two sides could compete for promotion. Pretty sure the 10 times since 2007 taking place at the Vitality. Scott Parker, of course, new manager at Bournemouth, up against Valerian Ismail, of course. Bournemouth again opening up the campaign with a demolition. Who was it against? MK Dons in the Cardiff Cup. 5-0 it was. The pressure of the 10 times 4 wins apiece, 2 draws. The biggest win for Bournemouth over West Brom was a 2-1 win. The biggest win for Bournemouth over the biggest win for West Brom over Bournemouth was a 4-1 win. Of course, last time they played each other in competitive action in Bournemouth was a 2-1 win. In the Premier League back in 2018 was a 2-1 win for Bournemouth as well. So they fancy the chances on this one. As for the bookies odds, 11-8 on is your Bournemouth, 5-2 is your draw, and 9-5 is your long shots. That is West Brom on this one. So they are the underdog. I think it's slight. It could go either way on this one. I find it difficult to call this one. All eyes on this one as well on match number 1, day 1 on Friday, August the 6th. I'm going to go with Bournemouth. I do anticipate West Brom to be there or thereabouts, top 2. I don't think Bournemouth will, but they'll kick on from that 5-0 win with the tails up a little bit. Then we have the biggest game of the weekend, and we will have a watch along on this one as long as it's provided. I will be here watching it. It will be Rovers up against Swansea, of course. New manager bounce potentially for Swansea, or new manager question marks, of course, because it's come in. They did look very good, MK Dons, but of course Swansea We'll be playing a new system, new kind of vibe over there. Russell Martin is your gaffer over there. Tony Mowbray still your manager at Rovers. No signings by Rovers, which is a question mark. They played each other 9 times in 2011. 3 wins for Swansea, 2 wins for Rovers, 4 draws. The biggest win for Rovers over Swansea was a 3-1 win. The biggest win for Swansea over Rovers was a 3-0 win. That's not the played each other though. At Ewood Park was a 1-1 draw. They also played each other in Wales as a 2-0 win for Swansea. Bookies odds, we have 6-5 for Rovers, 21-10 is your draw. 12-5 is your 12-5 is your draw. 21-10 is your Swansea on this one. For me, I'm going with a draw. We don't win on opening day. We have not won in 10, 15 years. I don't even know when the last time we won. So I'm going to go with a draw. New manager bounce, maybe. I would take a draw as well, to be honest with you, with the vibe at the moment at Ewood Park. And again, I'll have a match preview on this one. I might have an opposition fan on this one. We'll see. But anyway, a lot of coverage from the Rovers game, preview, review, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you smash the thumbs up, smash the subscribe as well. And if you are interested and you're one of these other fans and you want to talk about your team whenever we play each other, let me know in the comment section. And of course, I look forward to that. And the best way to talk to me as well is on Twitter. Smash me up on there as well. Follow that. Anyway, let's get the deep end after the next one. Bristol City up against Blackpool. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Of course, play each other 20 times since 2003. Of course, Bristol City managed by Pearson. Blackpool managed by Neil Critchley. Played each other. There's 6 wins for Bristol City, of course, 4 wins for Blackpool, 10 draws. Of course, the biggest win for Blackpool over Bristol City was a 5-0 win. That was all the way back in 2011 in the Championship. Of course, last time played each other, it was a 0-0 draw at Bloomfield Road. However, this is down at Ashton Gate, and it was a 1-1 draw last time they played each other back in the Championship as well in 2012. Bookies odds on this one, 23-20 is your Bristol City, 25 is your draw, 23-10 is your away win. That's Blackpool, so Bristol City are your favourites. Way well. I've gone with a 2-1 win for the hosts on this one. Pearson, of course, get himself to a fantastic start. Of course, with Jerry Yates, you got goals in there. Can he score at this level? We'll have to find out. Next, of course, we have what's his name? I'll tell you what's his name in a minute. It's Cardiff up against Barnsley, that's right. Of course, Mick McCarthy up against Marcus Schropp is your new manager at Barnsley. Of course, taking place at the Cardiff City Stadium as well. Played 25 times in 2002, 15 wins for Cardiff, 4 wins for Barnsley, and 6 draws. The biggest win for Cardiff was a 3-0 win. The biggest win for Barnsley was a 2-0 win. That 2-0 win was, I don't even know when that was. They played each other last round at Oakham. It was a 2-2 draw back in January 2021. They also played each other in Wales, the 3-0 win back in November last campaign. The bookies odds on this one we have 30-10 is your Cardiff, 25 is your draw, 2-1 is your Barnsley on this. For me, I have actually gone with Cardiff to open up the campaign with a 2-0 win. I think mid-table obscurity for both these sides, but Barnsley could also get sucked into a relegation matter after losing that the managerial genius that is Valérien Ismaël. Next, of course, we have Wayne Rooney FC up against Huddersfield Town. These two sides, of course, I think will have a bit of a tough season on their hand. Carlos Cordobian is your manager for Huddersfield. Of course, Wayne Rooney is your governor over at Derby. Played each other 17 times since 1995. 9 wins for Derby, 4 wins for Huddersfield, and 4 draws. The biggest win for Derby over Huddersfield was a 3-0 win. The biggest win for Huddersfield over Derby was a 1-0 win. And they played each other twice last time around. Of course, 2-0 win for Derby last time around at Pride Park, 1-0 win for Huddersfield, of course, back in October. The bookies odds on this one, 7-2 is your Derby, 35 is your 64 on is your Huddersfield. There is a concern about the players. Are they going to have enough players to start this match, Derby? I think they'll get a draw out of this. You know, it is home fans back in the stand. Wayne Rooney there, of course, he will throw his kitchen sink at it, and they will get something out of this game. It could be a highlight of the season, you know, 0-0. We'll have to see about that. Next, of course, Luton Town have been very busy in the transfer business up against New Boys Peterborough, of course, taking place at Kenilworth Road. These two sides have played each other. Where is it? Where's my info? There it is. 13 times since 1993. Nathan Jones, of course, doing a fantastic job at Luton. Peterborough, of course, managed by Fergie Jr., of course, played each other 13 times, 4 wins apiece, 5 draws, of course, since 1993. 4-0 win was the Luton biggest win over Posh. 3-1 win for Peterborough on the other hand. Last time they played each other was a 4-0 win, of course, over in League One at Kenilworth Road. That was back in 2019, of course. Last time Peterborough was a 2-1 win in the EFL Trophy. 2018. Bookies odds on 11-10 is your Luton, 25 is your Peterborough, 25 is your, of course, Peterborough kept a load of their players, so not too much disruption with the big boys that got themselves promoted last round. Luton, though, have strengthened their team. It could be a bit of a transitional period, but I'm going to go with an opening day win, 3-2 win for Luton Town on this one. Next, I've got Preston North End with a new manager up against Hull, of course, returning to the Championship. Of course, Grant McCann is your governor there. Frank McAvoy is your manager for Preston North End. Played each other 17 times since 2005, 8 wins for North End, 7 wins for Hull, and 2 draws. The biggest win for Preston, 3-0 win. The biggest win for Hull was a 4-0 win. Between the two sides. Last time played each other, though, at Deepdale was a 2-1 win back in February 2020. Of course, bookies odds on this one we have Preston 23-20 for the victory, 25 is your Hull, and 23-10 is your draw on this one. A difficult one to call here. I'm going to go with a draw. I'm not too sure about Preston at the moment. Not sure where the goals are going to come from. Millwall as well. Hull City as well, new to the scene. Malin Wicks, of course, is your key fella there. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Hull City could be a bit of a dark horse for mid-table, maybe even kick on from that. Preston, I just think they're having a bit of a woeful season with Frank McAvoy as you can. But that's just my pick. Anyway, next, of course, we have one of my tips for doing very, very well. That's QPR against Millwall. Of course, a bit of a London affair taking place at the K and Prince Foundation Stadium, aka Loftus Road. Warburton is your governor for QPR. Gary Rowett is your governor for Millwall. Played each other 16 times, 2004. 5 wins for QPR, 2 wins for Millwall, and 9 draws. The biggest win for either two sides was a 2-0 win over the respected opposition. Of course, last time played each other at Loftus Road was a 3-2 win for QPR back in March 2021. Bookies odds, QPR look very, very good. 23-20 for the victory, 23-10 is your Millwall, and 12-5 is your draw. I think QPR have got them up as high as third. I've got to go with a 3-0 win. Opening day one, they've got goals in that team, and I think they'll do very, very well. Next up, we have Stoke City up against Reading, of course. Played each other 25 times since 1994. 5 wins for Stoke, 9 wins for Reading, and 11 draws. The biggest win for Stoke was the 3-0 win. The biggest win for Reading was a 4-0 win. And they've got 11 draws between the two sides. Last time played each other in Stoke was a 0-0 draw back in February 2021. They also played each other at Matchday. It was a 3-0 win for Stoke, also in the same campaign. I don't have any odds on this one, unfortunately. Of course, I'm looking at Bet365, but I probably think the bookies will go with Stoke on this one. For me, I'm going to go with Stoke as well, 2-1 win. I do have Stoke struggling. I think Reading will be mid-table, but that's just my vibe on this one. Next, kicking on forward, we have Sheffield United against Birmingham, also taking place on Saturday. Sheffield United managed by Slavia Jokanovic, Birmingham managed by Lee Bowyer. Played each other 22 times since 1995, 5 wins for Sheffield United, 10 wins for Birmingham, and 7 draws. The biggest win was a 4-0 win over each other, of course, and last time played each other was a 1-1 draw back in 2019 in the Championship at St Andrews. Last time played each other at Brom was a 0-0 draw. Last time they played each other at either two sides. One was a 2-1 win back in 2018. Bookies odds are 4-3 on Sheffield United. They are your favourites. We got 5-2 is your draw, and 4-1 is your Birmingham on this one. I've gone with a 2-0 win for Sheffield United. I think Matey Boy will do very, very well. Djokovic as your manager. Birmingham will also do okay. Top 10, maybe more than that. Of course, they've been bringing in some decent signings for them this campaign. Into the final two now. We have Fulham up against Middlesbrough. That'll take place on Sunday, August the 8th. That's right, of course, Marco Silva is your manager for Fulham. We've got Neil Warnock as well for Middlesbrough. Played each other 25 times since 2002. 10 wins for Fulham, 9 wins for Middlesbrough, and 6 draws. The biggest win for Fulham was a 3-0 win. The biggest win for Middlesbrough was a 2-0 win over them. Last time played each other was a 1-0 win back in the Championship in January 2020 at Craven Cottage. Middlesbrough's last win over Fulham was 2016, of course. Bookies odds 11-10 on is your Fulham, 25 is draw, 65 is your away win. That is Middlesbrough for the W. Going to go with a comfortable win already on match number 1 for Fulham. I don't think they're going to be in there. I think they're going to be in that top 7, top 8. Fulham, Middlesbrough also going to do very, very well, but I don't think they're going to be promotion candidates, Fulham, this time. I think they're going to be, at best, playoffs. And then finally, it's Coventry up against Nottingham Forest. Of course, match number 1, day 1 here. Of course, over at the Rico. Is it? Or is it at St Andrews? I don't know. Let me know about that in the chat if you're a Coventry fan. Anyway, Mark Roberts, of course, Coventry manager, up against Chris Hughton. Played each other 26 times since 1994. 13 wins for Forest, 7 wins for Coventry, 6 draws. The biggest win for Coventry over Forest was a 4-0 win. The biggest win for Forest over Coventry, 3-0 win. Last time played each other at Coventry / Birmingham / wherever it was a 2-1 win for Forest last time around. In fact, you're going to go back to 2011 for Coventry's last win over Nottingham Forest. It was in the Championship as a 1-0 win as well. Bookies odds on this one for is 30-8 is your Coventry, 23-10 is your draw, 8-5 is your Nottingham Forest on this one. Again, a bit concerned about the goals. Do they still have Graben? Do they still have Lyle Taylor? Are they still up to the matter? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for opening day shocker, I think, on this one. Coventry City take the 3 points and again move the chains. That's my thoughts. What are your thoughts, of course, as we kick off a brand new season? Make sure you get your picks in right here for the opening day prediction league. It is, of course, Cutley /champ number 1. Of course, we'll look forward to that, and of course, a whole season of this. Of course, make sure you get your predictions in, and let me know your thoughts and opinions as we look forward to the start of a brand new season. Give the video some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. I'll see you soon for the next one, whenever that may be.